The most notorious men in the news today, Waco cult leader David Koresh. Not only were they both a part of his harem, Janine and Robin Bonds are also mother and daughter. Robin had a son with David Koresh named Sean, and her mother Janine believes that her former lover is not the evil man that he has been made out to be. Later on, we're going to go via satellite to Australia and meet this family. They are talking for the first time publicly about their own involvement in Koresh's cult. Word from inside the compound is that their 24-year-old son, Peter, whom we've heard about, was killed in the Waco shootout. Their daughter, Nicole, is still inside the compound. And just like Robin, Nicole also has a child with David Koresh. Michelle and Robin were best friends at that Waco compound. They haven't talked in more than 2 years until today. Also standing by at the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas, is this mother whose son, David, also remains inside, and she has been holding vigil for his safe release. Another cult captured the world's attention. You all may remember this when Jim Jones, do you all remember? We all do. Led more than 900 members of the People's Temple to mass suicide in Jonestown. We're going to be talking to Jim Jones's former right-hand man to find out what really does go on inside the mind of a cult leader. And one of the things I guess we're all wondering is when you are inside, you know, living this life and, you know, being his wife, and we want to say that being a wife is just having sex. So there was no official marriage ceremony.
No ceremonies.
Yes, but did you consider yourself to be his wife?
Yes, we when we would have sex, we were considered to be his wives, and you know, you couldn't be with anybody else or even look at any other man. You would get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. And so you felt the same way, Janine, that you were his wife?
Yeah.
But you knew that your daughter was also his wife?
Mm-hmm.
And that was okay with you?
Well, you got to understand this was done in a very gradual way. At first it was just like the single women. And then he eventually went through scriptures and told us why he was going to take the other men's wives too. Because of the house of David he was building, and he needed to have more children, and so he was doing it that way.
I know, but where in the scriptures can you justify breaking up married couples? Because we're going to talk to this family in Australia. How could he justify, in your own mind, breaking up married couples to take their wives? I mean, how did that make sense to you?
Well, it did make sense to me at the time, because he would start with Psalms 45, and he would go into the seventh seal, and he would go into Revelation, and he had a whole Bible study.
I hear he's very good at quoting scripture.
Very good. Excellent.